Hi, my name is Molly Thorne. This is my career profile for my Family 150 class. The career I chose was a child life specialist. Um, I did a little research online about it, and while I was doing some research, I found a local hospital who has a child life specialist, and I called them and I got some information from them. The organization that I talked to was St. Luke's Children's Hospital, and that's in Boise, Idaho, the area that I live in. I talked to Miranda Laramie, and she was really helpful. She's been a child life specialist for 10 years at St. Luke's, and she gave me a little rundown of what she does for her job. Her working environment is a children's hospital. There are other smaller units that do have this, but she said it's very limited in the Northwest, places that have child life specialists. She works in a hospital, but there are smaller inpatient clinics that have that. There's also hospice care, funeral homes, court systems, special camps, and schools also can have a need for a child life specialist. But the most common is a larger children's hospital, which she works at. Her common job tasks, she said pretty much anywhere in the hospital where there are children, that's where she's needed. They help prepare children for what's coming. They normally work with children who are in there with life-threatening diseases. So she's there to comfort them, and she's there for their siblings, for their family, to help them with any questions and to help them make the best out of their stay there at the hospital. Typically, she said that she goes, there's pediatric pre-op, emergency department, and the cancer center before surgeries. Those are areas where she's commonly found in the hospital. She helps them cope through what they're going through with, she even plays with them. There's activities that they can do to help them with their experience. Like I said, she's there for siblings also, so she can do things with them there. She helps them normalize the routine, especially those that are there for a long time, maybe a cancer patient. Helps them get on schedule, helps them stay in much contact with what they used to have, and bring it into a hospital setting. They're also child life specialists who prepare events for families and for children who need uplifting and education, and so they plan whole events for that. She said typical stressors, of course, are just that you're working with sometimes terminally ill children, and that can be stressful in your job to always stay optimistic around those kids and be a guidance and a light for them. A lot of times dealing with stressed family members can be a stressor at work. And she said another thing that since it's so new here in the Northwest, the profession itself is not new, but a lot of the information, getting it into the hospitals, that is new, and so it's harder to get the information that she needs and to get the support for the things that she needs to help the families. Her job benefits were just, 401ks, healthcare, paid time off, Social Security, things of that nature are benefits of having the job, aside from also being there for the kids and being able to see hope for them, and things of that nature are also benefits that come with the job. The education is a bachelor's is required, and she said in about 5+ years, a master's will need to be required for this job. She's also said that online I found out that you need to be certified through the Child Life Council, and Child Life Professional Certification examination is required. She needed to take a child life course that was only available online, and she also had to do a 600-hour internship for the job that she had, because this field is very competitive. It was very hard for her to get her job, and they only hire very periodically for her thing. She said most of the time, once they hire somebody, they stay. There's not a lot of turnover in her job. Starting salary is about, she said, around $36,000 a year, which is typically about $18 an hour, I think she said. And it can go a little bit higher, but experience, she said, can go all the way up to around $56,000. And that's a number that I actually found online. miscellaneous things that she told me about her career is she just says you need to really be flexible with the patients, and you need to a good thing to do is to volunteer to build your resume if you know that you want to work in a certain setting, to go in there. Earlier I mentioned that they have events. You can help plan those events by having some type of education and not having your degree in it, and that can help you. Anything that you can do to volunteer to help in children's situations, even volunteering in schools, with sports, in daycares, anything to help with kids to get to know them better and how they tick, is good to help build up your resume. So I think that I covered everything for my career profile. So that's a little bit about being a child life specialist. Thanks.